out in October, and I'm kicking myself in my teeth because we never talked about it.
And wait, in October?
And it's actually music related.
Okay.
It's music related, which makes me even more upset.
We'll cover that.
There's something we're doing video something. I got a green screen.
Yeah, DMJ. Well, no. You don't have a green screen. You're sitting in space somewhere in the world.
Well, I mean, like
of
I'm
Star
here.
Citizen.
Well, I mean, somebody has to be in space because I mean, you're the moon and Nano's as a satellite. I have to find my way to make these broadcasts.
Yeah. All right. You guys who are listening on audio, stream is up on YouTube. Yeah, there's another button I have to hit to go live. We're live now in 2 different places, so welcome everyone. Again, I'm Lunar, that's DMJ over there, and down below is Nano. So,
Yeah.
it's a good time. Also with us is Zara. So, what is Gensokyo Radio Live? If you haven't been with us for, at any point in the last, 9+ years, however long we've been doing these live shows in particular, it is a 2-hour live show where we are going to go through some news, some games, some music. We'll be listening to music, of course, throughout the show, and that is kind of it. The live shows here on Gensokyo Radio are kind of our premier content, so to speak. It is the thing that we end up working on, quite a bit. This show in particular, I got to add to, in addition to, playlisting and checking audio levels and things before the show, set construction, because there's this video element. This thing behind me didn't exist yesterday. DMJ can attest to that as we were doing a test video. So
this all didn't exist until Thursday.
Yeah. So we got some new stuff.
Green screen.
The Nano artwork, well, that's been there for a while, but that's what it is.
For a bit.
Yeah. Nano's a little quiet there. So we're gonna get into some news and stuff. We're gonna talk about the new Touhou game, of course, as DMJ mentioned. Oh gosh, that's a lot of circles. I'm not even in that one game. All right, well, we'll talk about that. That'll be interesting. All right. So with that said, then we'll have to do a couple songs here. Be back in just a little bit. We've got one song from Tsubaki and the other from Alstromeria, of course. After that, I'll be right back here on Gensokyo Radio Live, number 102.
「
したところはここだったのか。今は先を急ぐ水たちに乗せられたまま Yes, I to high 白雲のように青白い満月 Tonight to high 水平の果て治療とさ踊れよまた世界波は怒りにその体を狂い愉快暗い夜明けを指したもう狂いそうなムーンラどこに落ちるのかいつまで落ちるのかもわからないくらいに船は進んでゆく止まらない船歌止まってしまったビートライ幸せをせいわしをそう求めたので Yes, I to high 暁は燃え破れたを望める Tonight
You're here on Gensokyo Radio Live number 102 this evening. We are here live on gensokyoradio.net, as well as a different song that I don't want to play yet. Hello. One moment.
Hello.
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 Is that
Hello
correct?
there.
Hello, everyone.
Run interference. Hello.
Run interference. Sorry, guys. So we've got so much going on this evening, and that's the song I want. Cool. So, welcome everyone. We now have what I think is Zara with us. What is that? Anyone?
No.
Why have why have you done
What
this?
are you willing to actually say anything?
You really want to get? You want to get weird? I got
What,
the big words.
what is? Okay, hold on. So. This is the tricky thing with radio, right? So we have to, it's not just showing it visually, we have to describe it. So you have to describe what you're holding.
Egg.
You're...
Dude, I saw that TY. That's an old Beanie Baby, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Eggbert.
And it,
What year is that one made?
This one is a newer one. We do have a bigger, older one. And that one.
All right, let me.
The older one with the ancient tag.
Oh no, it's green. It fades in.
All right, I'll attempt to describe visually what's going on. There's a. Okay, I'm not going to attempt to describe visually what's
Lunar.
going on.
Okay, no. Let me explain what's going on here. Lunar says, "Hey guys, listen. Don't be shy to show and tell today." And so here I am now. I got one Flandre Fumo, a knockoff Flandre Fumo with weird eyes. I know it isn't, but
It's the toad face. It's the toad
yeah, the
face.
toad face. I got a giant Marissa,
uh-huh. So
and I got.
So for context out there, during the break I said, by the way, at some point during this show, we'll do a show and tell. And I guess while we're doing music and I'm fixing a technical issue in the background, everyone proceeds to grab something they want to share on stream.
And then over here I have Egbert and older Egbert. They're not green, they're yellow, but thanks to chroma key, it doesn't know how to different.
Yeah. Well,
I have more stuff over here. I got tons of stuff. I got
you wanna
Wisdom gaming stuff.
you wanna just do show and tell? Fine. You know what? Fine. You guys want to do show and tell now? I'm caving in. Okay, so the shirt that Nano is wearing is this wonderful Tori t-shirt that we sell on gensokyoradio.net. Yeah.
Oh, you want to show off shirts? You have to check this out.
I was afraid you were doing something else there for a second, Nano.
Okay, so hold on. Zara's got it on.
Eyes.
I'm upset because my red one is dirty, and I was gonna wear that one, and I can't. My green one is also dirty. But if I wore the green one, the crow, I would be just a floating head. I don't think you guys want a floating head.
No. If okay, so I wear a fitness tracker, just by the way, and it just told me, hey, you seem stressed. Do you want to take a moment?
We did it, guys.
I wish I were kidding. Yeah, the shirt underneath Zara's whatever that is, I don't actually know.
It's gonna stay that
Is
way.
this one? That is our Cardinal Reimu t-shirt, also available.
I like the word cardinal.
And despite not explicitly being listed on the website, you do still get 10% off if you couple that shirt with this shirt. With the new store cart system, we have... I'm sorry, this is turning into a pitch now. I probably should have expected this. You'll still get 10% off, and they can be different sizes even now, so yeah, that's a thing.
Hold on, I need to call out HTF Cherno right now because they posted up a picture of all their little mesos, and I'm looking at their rack, and just sitting there is this ancient computer I'm trying to identify that's like so old, it's like got that like ancient yellowing.
Yeah, it looks like it's kind of been bleached or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm trying to figure out what it is because I think I can't identify the keyboard, but it's kind of like one of those Model M knockoffs. And I think that might be like legit one of those things somebody would pay a lot of money for.
Probably, yeah. You're probably not wrong about that. Okay, I am missing one. We have our almost oldest shirts. The musical Tori, not the musical Tori, I showed that one. This is the Digital Miko t-shirt. This is the second edition shirt. You know it's second edition because it has our relatively recent logo. The very first shirt that we didn't have the logo at all. And if you stick around later, I'll go grab the one remaining original Digital Miko shirt that I have that we never sold, because someone during that pre-order ordered a 2XL size shirt, and it ended up getting returned. I think it was to a Russian address, and they were basically like, "What is this? We don't know where to put this," so they sent it back. And now I just have it, so I'll show that to you guys later on in the show if you guys stick around. But,
Lunar, when are you going to show the Lunar Tech Tips bottle? Because in chat, everybody's like, Lunar Tech Tips, Lunar Tech Tips.
I have Arizona Arnold Palmer half and half. That's not Lunar Tech Tips, but... Yeah. So, all right. So, okay, let's talk about this thing that you wrote. We're going to talk about some games here. Obviously, first of all, the biggest Touhou news that we have to cover right now is the fact that Touhou 18 Unconnected Marketeers has been announced. There is a demo to be released at Retaisai, which is actually technically this morning in Japan. So...
Is it an actual event? Is it like a real event, or is it a digital event?
See,
I can't remember.
I don't know, because I know that Comic Market got delayed, but I don't know if Retaisai did, because there are still some events that will go on in Japan, but Comic Market being a really, really big and crowded event is probably a wise thing that they pushed it back, but that's just my commentary on it. So Retaisai, I'm not actually sure. At the very least, though, there could be some things that are digital. I know that some music artists have already put up pages on like booth.pm for some of their new music that they're going to be releasing. And like, if you're looking for digital places to get music, I know that Violet Delta also has something coming out tomorrow, which is, and people who release things digitally do this all the time, where they'll release it digitally on the same day as the event happens in Japan. So. So we have that to look forward to. But going back to Touhou 18, who pulled this excerpt? Like, who wrote this?
I did.
Okay.
I did.
You want to go through it?
Okay, so I literally pulled verbatim excerpts from this news article, but
okay,
I'm gonna summarize it because we were doing this on the fly. Plot is Marimu investigates a mysterious magical cards that start appearing around the town. Okay. And apparently contain like the powers of other yokai and people, but everything about the cards are a mystery of some sort.
Okay. So it's an incident, of course.
One thing that's really interesting that I saw was that there will be an in-game shop that you can spend money. I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's in-game currency, of course, but I don't know what the currency is.
Okay.
That you can buy other characters' powers and use them in the levels. So I'm assuming bombs might be replaced with that.
Interesting.
Kind of think of it like Impossible Spell Card, but you're not cheating.
Sure.
Which is what Impossible Spell Card's whole shtick was.
Okay. All that,
which is pretty neat to see. Apparently the demo is out.
Okay. Cool. So if it is great, if it's not, it'll be very soon. So cool. So that is something that's out there. Definitely go take a look at that if you're interested. If you're one of the folks that follows the games, which I imagine many of our listeners are, but there you go. But the fact that, so like with the new games, there's always some sort of new mechanic or gimmick or something. But I almost kind of like wonder where practically does a mechanic like that fit in? If do you like literally take some time out to look at available cards? How do they become available? How do you acquire the funds? Maybe that's associated with grazing or something. I don't know.
I really wish, and I hope Zun keys into this, that it's about grind. Because how many of us would grind a level, like a stage, over and over again just to complete it? And just like using like, hey, guess what? You're gonna have to play through all like level after level after level, but you'll be getting all these funds that you could spend outside to kind of progress yourself through the story. I think that would be really cool.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Like, people would think like, oh, well, that sounds like you're just making the game into like a looter. But in my mind, I'm thinking it would be like interesting if it was kind of like a little narrative on how we experience the games, kind of making us like go through the games. And I would really love to see like maybe some levels where you can't use anything you purchase from the store. Like you get to EX stage,
and it just kind of like, turns off all of the extra stuff that you've accumulated.
Yeah, it's like no hand holding. Let's go.
Yeah. There's got to be like maybe not the level itself, but like maybe some mode that's like, you know, Iron Man mode or something in other games. You know what I mean?
Hardcore.
Yeah. Whatever it ends up being called in Touhou world. So.
Yeah.
Nice. And then we have this other game that DMJ wanted to cover some time ago, and I feel like we did mention this at some point in the past, but definitely
we might have
not to the depth that the wall of text, not really wall of text, but this giant list suggests. So, Touhou Spell Bubble for Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I just recently found out of it because the said article above about the new game mentioned it.
Yeah.
And so I went to go check it out, and then I realized when I went to go check it out, it was on the US store, so anybody could buy it. But what's really interesting, it is on sale right now for 9 more days.
Okay, cool.
So what Touhou Spell Bubble is, it's kind of like if you combine a rhythm game with Bubble Bobble. But you get to play with like the different Touhou characters, which is really nice.
Mm-hmm.
It came out like back in October. Price is $54.99 for the base game, but right now it's on sale for $46.99.
Okay.
Which is what I just picked it up. 48 tracks with 12 exclusive tracks for the main game. And now, Lunar, I'm going to have you do this part since you do countries and listeners, your experience with reading off a lot of things all at once, real quickly. So go ahead and read off who is in this game, because it is a murderer's row of Touhou fandom.
Those who are watching the stream will see me smiling a bit because I'm imagining DMJ attempting to read all of these circles' names.
See, I would flub over it, and I know Lunar would get it through. I mean, he's no micro machine man for those that are old enough to remember micro machines.
Mm-hmm.
But man, I bet you if Lunar could do it, he could probably beat the Micro Machine Man. Let's see.
All right.
Who's in this game?
So, 48 tracks with 12 exclusives in the main game. This game contains music from Amaterasu Records, A1, Demitori, East New Sound, Felt, Iosis, Liz Triangle, Masayoshi Minoshima, which is just Elstromary Records, really, Shibuyan Records, Silver Forest, Soundholic, Sync Arts, Tanabata, Akatsuki Records, Kishida Kyodan and the Akiboshi Rockets, Shinra Bansho, Sakenya, RD Sounds, Tamon-san, Beat Mario, Buta Otome, Yuhei Satellite, and Zuntata. Is that a word? I've never actually heard of that one before.
Yeah, Zuntata. I didn't know they were like a...
I hear Zara somewhere.
They make a lot of things that end up in Groove Coaster, I know that much.
Yeah, they did some stuff for Groove Coaster, and that's pretty cool. I am a massive Groove Coaster fan, and I have Groove Coaster on my Switch. Actually, it's right here. Groove Coaster is on this thing. I just need to find a controller to play Groove Coaster because I refuse to play the version that you have to use the Joy-Cons for. I don't want to play that.
DMJ
I want to play
is
what I
just
play
the
in the
resident
arcade.
Nintendo Switch.
No, I'm actually, with this one, I am actually very stringent when it comes to rhythm games. I have to have the proper controller to play the game. I refuse to do anything else with it. Like, sitting over here, I have all my Guitar Hero guitars.
Just on hand, just ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I have my DJ equipment for when I play Spin Rhythm.
Yeah.
Back over there somewhere is my taiko drum.
Back in
So-
space.
Yeah, and then and now I'm starting to get into other weird peripherals. Like, let me rip this off my chair really quick.
Oh no.
Ugh. I have my own set.
The force required, like, ugh.
There are
Holy
these
cow.
new Velcro straps that I realized that can hold up to 12 pounds, so it actually takes some force to rip these things off.
Dang.
But the thing is, like, I can rip that off with force, and then when I'm playing Star Citizen and I'm trying to use my throttle and I'm trying to not crash into things, I can rip that off just by easily just pulling down and trying to cut my
Exactly
speed.
when you need it to stick is when it will not stick.
So,
Um,
what's really interesting, though, about this game is that the game also has DLC, and I added it up. It's just under $100 worth of DLC, like just
Dang.
a hair under
Wow.
$100 for the DLC. And there's a lot. There's new characters, there's new music, there's new stages, everything. It's pretty neat.
Oh, this is for the new.
So Touhou Spell Bubble makes me excited. I'm probably gonna play that after this. I have like a bunch of other weird stuff like on hand. Like over here, I have my like 5 years at Ford. I am carrying a Halo rifle right now, like just in my lap.
DMJ just wants to do show and tell so badly. There it is. He had it ready to go. I just had to
gun.
say the words, and he had it in his lap, ready to go.
I have like there's a lot of things I could like just reach out and grab quickly. You guys want to see like how messed up my desk is?
I don't know.
I have C
I know-
batteries
I know
just
that-
sitting out.
I know that you built your desk.
Yes, I did build my desk. It is a very nice desk. It doesn't look nice anymore because it's very old.
Hmm.
But there's actually 2 things on my desk that's really nice. I got
Okay,
my-
that's a copy of Bullet Hell from Rashadi B. Nice.
And my copy of 10 Desires. The reason why I have these on my desk, I found them while cleaning it today. And I'm just like, why are these still on my desk?
Well, that's good to know that you haven't lost them or something. There you
Yeah, there's a lot of things in my life. I'm like, where did that thing go?
go. Fair enough.
It's gone now.
Yeah. Cool. Right. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm tempted to continue the show and tell train that DMJ started again, but we'll cap it for now. Go and figure out.
I'm wired.
Where my
For now.
I couldn't tell. All right.
I'm
Make sure to stop DMJ before you get.
All right. Let's hop into a couple more songs here. Something from Frozen Starfall, and after that, something from Space Electro, I think. So we're going to hop into these. We'll be back in a little bit here once again. Gensokyo Radio Live number 102.
I
is Gensokyo Radio Live number 102 this evening. Hoo boy. Got a lot of stuff going on this evening. We are here once again on GensokyoRadio.net, but we're also simulcasting on YouTube, on Gensokyo Radio's YouTube channel over there. Hello everyone. Hello world. I am Lunar. That's DMJ. That's Nano. And that is Zara Bunny, I think.
Yeah, or
I'd
Donkey.
love to.
Does,
Donkey? Yeah, Donkey's.
Okay. All right. I was like, does it have a name?
Yeah,
Cool.
that's for a later reveal though.
What? Why?
Chat can take a guess.
All right, well, that's that. A couple things I didn't mention yet. We do have a Discord channel. If you're on YouTube, it's been obvious. It's in the lower right corner. But if you're here on the station, discord.gg/gr is the way to join our channel over there. And yeah, just join your fellow listeners. Obviously, a lot of activity happening right now during a live show. But then, of course, we're always around, even on the off days when we're not doing these live shows. In addition to that, we have an AMA going on, which we will get to later on here, not too long from now. And that is just an opportunity for you guys to ask us questions. You know, look, we've been doing this for the last 10 years. I imagine that a lot of folks out there probably have some questions, like, how did we start? How did we get here? We've talked about some of these things before, obviously, but you know, not everyone has been around for that long, or even half as long, or even a quarter as long, or whatever. So, like, ask your questions. This is your opportunity. If you're on YouTube, there's a link in the video description. That's not a phrase I get to say all the time. And
Link in the description. Go look at the description, guys.
and if you're on Discord, I linked it recently. I will go ahead and link it again, just so that folks know where to go to find that. And then finally,
Lunar knows how long each of you have been around.
yes, finally, after that, one special thing we're doing tonight to commemorate 10 years at Gensokyo Radio is we will be releasing a special limited edition commemorative pin, a die-cast metal pin. There's a mock-up of it on our website if you go to our store page. Otherwise, it looks like our logo. It's just, you know, this is our logo. You can find it pretty much everywhere, no matter where you are. And so the way that this pin is constructed is like the shrine gate and all the little EQ bars, as well as there's the border around the edge, is all raised, and that's going to be in this sort of shiny nickel finish. So it'll be, you know, smooth, shiny metal finish. And then everywhere that's not, you know, the gate, the bars, or the border is going to be sort of this inset. And that is going to be this really neat, like, sandblasted muted finish. But it is a nickel colored pin, so, you know, silvery. And we have already put in the order, so it's going to happen whether or not people order. But the catch is we're only making 100 of them, and we're going to be putting that up for availability by the end of this segment here. So be ready to hop on that. Again, in order to get one of those, to be, make sure you're one of the folks that can get it. If I don't know what demand's going to look like, so just put it out there now. But we're going to make that available at the towards the end of this break here. So if you're here now, if you're listening, yeah, stay tuned. We'll get there in not too long from now. In fact, I am opening up the page to open it just so that I am ready to go. So we got that going on. And then I'm sure that people are going to bug me about it in about 4 minutes from now, but we'll have countries and listeners. We'll do it at some point after that, so don't worry. You're fine until that point. After that, just pay attention. Don't go anywhere. Stay right here if you're looking to get one of those. Also, by the way, those pins, they're not super profitable. It's a limited thing, but I figured, hey, 10 years, we'll make it $10, and that's going to be the asking price for those. So, yeah, there it is. All right. Just going to make sure I can open that up when I want to. And yeah, we'll be good to go. So don't worry about that. What else do we have going on tonight? DMJ, I think you put some other things in the document here.
I don't know. Maybe later I'll do. Maybe later I'll show up. I'm really starting to get size.
Yeah, Zara's cutting out a little bit.
Yeah, Zara's got.
Oh! Oh no!
Yeah,
I don't know.
just be a little louder, and I think you'll be good. And then everyone goes silent.
I don't know. I may do some cooking, so you may see some of that because I'm starting to get hungry.
The cooking show. Oh boy, impromptu cooking
boy.
show. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Cool. All right. So we got that going on. You know what? You guys aren't helping me out here. We talked about some of the, we talked about an official Touhou game. We talked about Touhou Spell Bubble, which isn't from Zune proper, but it is a Nintendo Switch game, which is cool in its own right. But then, of course, as with every show, we cover stuff that we find on Steam. And this month, let's see, we left off on some DLC, but who was it that filled this in? You guys have actually been super helpful this show, because I've had all this other stuff to deal with. So who wants to go kind of start on this?
I filled in the... Make sure I'm unmuted. Cool, I am unmuted.
Yeah.
Sweet!
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the thing. I searched on the Steam. I copied the URLs. I did all of that stuff. All three.
Yeah.
So it looks like there were about 3 games that released in March. Let me make sure my sanity is proven correct.
Hey, Nano, can you do me a favor and just like unplug and plug back in your microphone or something? Because you're a little crackly.
Give me a second. Let game take cover.
I noticed that earlier, but we're gonna get that fixed right now.
You don't know that Nano is actually just a Reese's cup wrapper in disguise?
I can't see it. I mean, I know he's there, but I can't see it. It's great.
I mean, it's
like,
just several Reese's cups
yeah,
stacked all on top of each other with human flesh.
you guys good? You try again.
Yeah, I'm just making sure it's not picking up the webcam mic. Is that better?
Yeah, seems like it. All right, go for it. Take 2.
Oh no, that's gonna take 3. All right. So I haven't had much time, and by much I mean I've had 0 time to research this other than grab the evidence that these exist. So we do have 3 games came out on Steam this March that are Touhou related. Let me actually pull the doc up now. At the first one we're gonna go over, released March 2nd, Lunatic Dreaming. Let me grab the details so I can find a way to pseudo pitch what I'm saying. All right. Well, okay, all the content's Google translated in the description.
Oh no, it's one of those.
Oh no,
Yes.
Google Translate.
This is always fun.
Read it verbatim, just do it.
Verbatim.
This looks to be a top-down RPG type game. Actually, I'll just link this into our Discord
That
channel.
might be helpful. Yeah. There we
Yeah,
go.
so maybe we can make this a group effort.
You guys, listeners, help us out.
This is
Tippity tap. All right, March 2nd. Bam. All right.
I think it would be funnier if Nano just read it out loud verbatim for his usual flair.
The following content is from Google Translate. Please bear with us. The screenshot attribute is the test mode attribute, and the real attribute is subject. Okay, so let me find the description of the game. Oh no, I'm on the spot now. I have to act cool.
Cool, man, be cool.
The engine is a modified Magic Tower template 7822. Okay, it is an RPG Maker game. So with that, settle any expectations. It is a story-driven, top-down RPG Maker game. Let me see if I can get a description. There's no reviews of the title, unfortunately.
It's harder than it looks, isn't it?
I have to puzzle this thing around, see if I can piece together information. So there's multiple difficulties. So that's kind of unique in an RPG Maker game. Standard sort of movement controls. There really isn't much of description. Game content is read as, this should have been a normal weekend. The following content comes from the game confession. Sometimes I will also think about the whether illusion is reality and falsehood is real. Where is place called fantasy? I don't know if there's going to be much I can describe about the game from what has been translated here. I'm not going to fault the developers because it's pushing it into a different language that they aren't fluent in, but it is not an English titled game. So mind you that this is going to be in looks to be Chinese. I'm going to move on to our next game. See if I can.
There's actually, I mean, we mentioned it before, but it's interesting how there are more and more of those on Steam appearing. It seems.
Yep.
Hold on, wait a minute. We're not gonna sit here and talk about the legit, like straight to Google Translate reading the difficulties, because there's one that has a really good
I
one.
know,
Easy
just
has
read
the
it.
best description.
All right, we got difficulty ratings
Oh,
here.
boy. Here we go.
Easy, as difficult as the spring leprechaun or leprechaun. I like
What?
saying it that way.
There you go.
Even
That's
the
good, that's
ice
good.
essence of Lake Mist can easily pass easily. And in Key Luno, this is nothing to be proud of. So don't be too proud. You can beat it on easy. That's fortunate. Moving on. Normal difficulty. The autumn wind is getting more and more, and the sputum is swept away in summer. Pass it easily and comfortably. 9 seems to be a bit difficult for the sun. Have to say, a good name. Hard difficulty. Even in the middle of the night, summer is still irritating. It is difficult to feel agitated. 9 fell down. So Black 9 really doesn't matter. P.S. Black 9, don't be afraid. Lunatic difficulty. A few feet of ice. The winter has arrived. The gale whispers, making people chill. The difficulty of the player's stagnation. Chill no, stop thinking. Extra. Hell without moon. Have you experienced the feeling of hell? I don't know what that means, but it's spooky. Hellcat with 2 ponytails posing in the second position. Who did not want to be named? What is the difference between this and the name directly? That is a near verbatim, because I transposed some of those words, of the difficulty scaling of this game. So let that temper any expectations if you were to support this. Actually, my apologies. It says release date March 2nd. However, it's still rated as coming soon. So
Great.
I had to apologize for that, because I only read the release date. And I didn't see it that there wasn't a buy now button. But there is a wish list option, please.
And there's a wish list option. So if you want to try this game out, you know, like
I
just
personally,
not now, but later, you know.
Yeah.
I personally believe every single game from now on, instead of trying to do the Doom style like difficulties, they should put poems instead of difficulty ratings, and then you have to
Haiku?
pick which, like a haiku or something.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
you pick
Slam
a
poetry.
haiku and determine what difficulty it is.
Oh,
All right.
You do you. All right,
Moving on to our next title.
Do you want me to save this for? Okay, I'm going to do countries and listeners. Let's just get this out of the way, shall we? So,
Say my name on the radio, man.
yeah, here we go. So right now we've got people listening from the following places: Belgium, Brazil, Bulgaria, Canada, the Czech Republic, France, Germany, India, Indonesia, Japan, Pakistan, Peru, South Africa, Spain, Sweden, the UK, and the US. And that does not include anyone that's currently just purely watching via our YouTube simulcast, but that is just people who are listening via the station, and there are still quite a few out there, so thank you very much for listening. Some of those people that are listening on our station include, okay, good, there's no names in Welsh, I'm safe. Alias
No.
Killer and Seraform Arani Black Cat Bread Sniffer, Comfy Comb, DMJ 654, Darkstone 514, Flanders Scarlet, Flat Bartender, HTF Cherno, Manuel 3999, Mr. Greens, Mia Sato, SF Moko, Suit Tempest, Shiny Ray 294, She Sheer Route, Zas2, Blackbeard, Bobby 2324, Can't Find Remote, Chris 1, Math for Origami, Sour Lemon, The Dratini Farmer, Wanfi, and Woo Man. And of course, everyone else out there, thank you for listening and watching this evening.
I would like to break in with some breaking news. The new Touhou games demo is up on Steam
Wow.
right now. If
Excellent.
everybody wants to try it out. Somebody in chat pointed that out. I can't remember who. And the chat's moving quick.
Very
But
cool,
somebody
yeah.
said it's on Steam, so I went to go look it up, and it is there.
It's on Steam, so yeah, it's hopefully that we don't, keep listening to us, because we've got another hour to go, by the way. Yeah. All right. So you know what time it is. It's going to be that time where I go ahead and release the hounds.
Uh-oh.
Our stock is now available for our limited edition GR commemorative 10-year anniversary pin. Go, go, go. If you want one,
Hold on,
go
wait.
now.
For some reason in my head, I was thinking that you were about to release our IPO, and you'd be like, our stock is open.
I
What
was
is our
actually
IPO?
when I heard stock and started with the word G, I'm like, oh man, G and me crisis back up.
Yeah, we were about to release our own Bitcoin, like or Ethereum mine coin or whatever.
Yeah.
Like lunar coin, and it's just
Lunar coin. That's a thing in that one game, Nano. What is Risk of Rain?
Yes,
lunar
the
coins. Yeah.
Yeah. I see how Risk of Rain's doing.
just
Been a while.
lunar coin. It's just
Yeah.
your face on everything. Best digital currency.
Please no. Please don't do that.
Somebody please go do this. Make
Specifically
like,
the
coin
picture of him that
symbol.
looks like, yeah. Specifically that one photo of him we have that's kind of like colored out to look like, propaganda.
Anyway. I was talking about store stuff earlier, so let me complete the round here. So I talked about our shirts, this shirt, that shirt, the other shirt, the blue shirt, red shirt, green shirt, blue shirt, one shirt, two shirt.
I was about to be like, where's the docking suits?
I was, yeah. I even have all the right colors for it too. Buttons. I brought these up before, but we sell buttons. We've got stickers. This is one half of our stock, and so the fact that this is almost gone means that we're about one half of the way through. But I should actually take it out of the package. Nice vinyl stickers for you. I stuck one of these on the back bumper of my car like more than 2 years ago, and it looks brand new. So they're vinyl. They're actually made to last. And this other thing, which we haven't, it hasn't been available in our store as of recent, but we got mugs. And actually, on our new store page, we put up probably one of the first pictures of one of these, like an actual picture of a mug. So there it is. It's a coffee mug. These actually aren't available right now because of shipping restrictions, but we do still have many of these, and we'll let you know when they become available. So
They're awesome. I use mine like all the time. Mine's sitting in my cabinet right now.
yeah. So that is that. And if you, I'm just putting it out there because sometimes it's easier, especially if you're outside the US, where the price of shipping can go up quite a bit, to bundle, an item with another item. And the way that our new store works is it looks at the total weight of all the things in your order, and the price of shipping is based on that. So if you get one shirt, it might, it's probably going to be considerably cheaper to ship internationally than two shirts, because anything above half a pound basically doubles in price. It's kind of dumb, I know, but that's just the way it is. That said, it's
It went 0.1 over. Quick, we need another box.
I know. And unfortunately, that is kind of the way it is. Like, I can't, if not all the shirts, they're pretty similar. They're within like 0.1 to 0.2 ounces. But that can still make a difference when you're talking about adding multiple things together. So, that's the way it is. It's out there. So HGF Cherno. Oh, okay. I was talking about something else. I thought so. They were saying it's solid bronze. If you're talking about our pins, it's solid. I'm actually not sure what kind of metal it is, but it is a metal, and it is a nickel finish, and I am excited for them to come in.
If it was solid bronze, we would get all of the people who purchased right now. We would get all of them together and down the Bronze Age.
Yeah. The other thing that's kind of important to mention is that the pins, so consider this a pre-order. It is mentioned in the store page too, but if you get one of them, we won't get them at our studio location for until mid-April about, and then we'll ship them out to folks who got them. So that is how we do for this store, so just be aware that is how that's going to happen. Cool. Nice. So I think we covered a pretty decent amount during this break. We'll probably have to do a couple more songs here. Let's go to something, so it's going to be from 2017, something from the album 50/50. After this, something from Tama Onsen, the album Lives. Something we, for whatever reason, just hasn't hit our regular rotation yet, but we've had this for quite a while. So we're going to do these two songs. We'll be back in just a bit here on Gensokyo Radio Live number 102.
「揺れる光の中に 思議だね怖くないのさよなら重ねるたび失う希望を夢少しばかりの愛に落ちた涙によく似合うね新しい可能性の物語迷わされたままどうか許されるのならあの手を僕を連れて行って
TOS gonna be okay
ここはどこにいたって光る人生
つまりは everything's gonna be alright
手はげたならば見逃しっこない
Yo T と
アウト
S の
アウトラスバックに COO
オンだせ
常に最高
最強
今日の日スピン
さあ待ちだ
喜びが揃い踏みだ Let's go
今と相変わらずの光景と
度重なった小説は俺たちにまとめてお任せあれとびきりのピースに仕立てましょう要求かなんていうかこれが日常になった瞬間声上げる理由や決まりなどやぶだなって痛感ステージからステージまたステージ A 物語は次のページ A Time man turn away phenomenon away phenomenon 年か声になってたみたいライブの直前デッドデイ重ねパシャリでの世界に押すそうはケイ丁寧に切り取ったコップの破片時にチャラけて時につくなって時に酔っ払ってなんて冗談もほどほどに一本傾けてよロザンションドリンキドリンキも過ぎ去ったブームのボレ蹴りそうなしの声を決して忘れない心に留めておこうスノーウェイで新たな First step 見出すのさ And it don't stop で始めに Hands up やってないでおいで気取ってかっこつけてあったね個性が失われる世界なんていらない君の色その手で見せてYo hands up 気が抜いたらおいで頑張っていけいけなフィージャーなセンス能天気なスピードまとめてお任せあれとびきりのピースに仕立てましょう
今日も一丁前にただいまとついになった帰り
おかえり
人揃ったタイミングやみつきの約束に会いに
行かれ
でたらめでも読んでみてチャンス待ち続ける everyday Time and time wait for no man wait for no man いないいないば見てみないふりできながらキャラ空間に we're like this つたなくてもくだらなくても歌わずにはいられないんですいつだってそう僕ら気ままに feel so good tonight たった一つのアルバムを裏中に君と幾清掃が流れて歌方見たくさんした時も僕らは泣かない儚い先見逃したくなんかない暗闇に怯えて居場所がわからないならしっかり掴んでおいてねせーの Hands up やってないでおいで気取って
気取ってかっこつけてあっぱれ個性が失われる世界なんていらない君の色その手で見せて Your hands are key 数見たらおいで頑張っていけいけなフィージャーナルセンス能天気なスティールまとめてお任せあれとびきりのピースに仕立てましょうその手掲げてみよう君と僕で重ねてみようラララララララ
We're here on Gensokyo Radio Live number 102. We are here in person, virtually. Now, we talked probably a couple years back, wouldn't it be cool if we got together and did a thing? But we're here virtually. We're doing this on Gensokyo Radio and YouTube, simulcasting this evening. What do you got, DMJ?
Oh, I was just gonna talk. I'm just sitting over here.
The rabbit has
vibing.
taken over. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm not worried.
Just sitting over here vibing about lunar coin that's gonna take off eventually.
Who's gonna make it?
Yeah, I have a GPU.
We
spare.
live let me talk about this because I'm a meme economist. But never has there ever been a time where this expertise actually mattered because we are literally living in a meme economy with now that GameStop is soaring literally. And just everybody, financial advisors now have to start understanding memes in order to get what's going on.
So what does the penguin mean? What is it when you have bottom text? What does that mean?
Dude, they're just starting to understand the old 2016 memes. Wait till they get to these new weird, college art grade,
Maybe
avant-garde memes where it's just a picture of a fish in a bathtub and it says "La Fish," and that's
at least the advisors, the financial advisors, at least they try to avoid the spotlight. Unlike a couple of years ago, the marketing guys who tried to use memes and failed miserably.
Hey, Nature Valley did it.
Granola, DMJ's eating
No,
granola.
now it won't be the granola. It's now going to be dark chocolate espresso beans.
Okay.
Oh, no.
My heart fails me. But
Did he get that straight out of the raid?
But I'm going to tell you this right now. We are living in a true meme economy. So the people I think who should be making Lunar Coin should be the same people that did Dogecoin. Because think about it. Dogecoin started off as a meme.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's actually a legitimately financially stable thing for you to do. Be like, I'm going to put my money into Dogecoin.
Dogecoin was an actual joke. That was the...
I don't think stable is the word you want to use for
I'm just talking about now you have financial advisors saying crypto, Dogecoin. I remember when Dogecoin first launched and they got a NASCAR sponsorship. They had a NASCAR Dogecoin car driving around the track for a full season. And I'm sitting here now I got people at work actually investing into this thing like a real thing. So I feel like Lunar Coin could take off as long as we push the meme hard enough.
Just for some perspective, when Dogecoin launched, that was several years ago, the biggest main draw of Dogecoin was literally, it was an actual joke. Like, here, just spend $5, you can buy 5,000 Dogecoin just so you can say, hey, I have Dogecoin. It's a funny joke.
And now
5,000 Dogecoin. Oh boy.
Now, if you own 5,000 Dogecoin, you're a millionaire and you should cash out.
Crazy, right?
But then again, I'm also one of those people that I'm highly against cryptocurrencies strictly because I want GPUs, please. I want GPUs. I want silicon. Like,
Silicon must flow.
Yeah, the silicon must flow.
Yeah. We got a pile of questions that the listeners have been sending us over the course of this show and a little bit beforehand as well. So I think we should get to these. Now, the way that we did this is we said, you know, hey, Gensokyo Radio is 10 years old. There are a lot of folks that helped us get to this point, and some of them will be with us during live number 102. See also these 4 folks on screen if you're on YouTube. Ask Lunar, Nano, DMJ, or Zara. Anything within reason, of course, and that's where we left it. So we're going to go through these, and we'll see what happens. They might be full of memes. They might be actual, like, historical, you know, interesting insights into how the station came to be or whatever, but I'm, you know, enough of me rambling. Let's get on with this. So the first question...
Hey, Lunar, can I start cooking?
Sure.
I guess that was the first question.
Oh, okay. Go. No, just go.
Okay. Yeah, so it's for me. Have you considered how awesome of a joke it would be if you had your face printed onto a lampshade? This is asked by Reaper Leviathan.
Now, mind you, the question is, have you considered?
Have I considered it? No. I haven't. That's
Consider the following.
I have considered.
Yeah.
The question wasn't actually doing is if you've considered doing it.
So I don't need to consider it now. I just need to tell you if I have considered it. And the answer is no, I haven't considered it.
I would buy it.
The next one here is from Soda Kurasaime. This is for everyone. What got you all into Touhou? Let's start. I'll go first, because why not? 2010 Touhou Fortress 2. Kind of weird, but then I realized that, like, some of the memes and some of the music out there was from the series, and I mean, I think that's how a lot of us got into it, not the Touhou Fortress 2 thing, which was a mod for Team Fortress 2. But the music and stuff, obviously, yeah, it's interesting, because starting out, actually was more into the 1v1 fighters, like Touhou 10.5 and 12.3, and ended up doing sort of a smallish community.
Did anyone actually play 7.5 at all?
Not in our group, but like every now and then someone would bring it up. So we did that for a while, and then I was approached by the person who started Gensokyo Radio saying, hey, can I tell folks in your community about the thing I'm trying to start up? And we said, sure. And then I ended up helping him out when he shut it down, and then it got brought back up, and it's been running ever since. And I eventually owned GR and transitioned away from the game stuff, so now I do Touhou music things. DMJ, what do you got?
Okay, let's just chalk it down to I was a high school kid in an IT class, and I got done with my work fast. And my buddy, what we did was we loaded onto the network. What we found was the previous classes, they loaded in games like Killing Floor, Counter-Strike, Halo, CE Custom Edition, not regular Custom Edition. And
I've uploaded myself to the network.
And Team Fortress 2, they were all sitting like on a network server, on a network folder that's just embedded within the Department of Education's like little thing. And we're just like, oh, we'll just pull these on here. And then my buddy, he found out how to get KOTOR on a flash drive. So he brought KOTOR in. And then the next day he brought in a bunch of Touhou games. Like, dude, you got to check this out. And I'm like, all right. So we started playing a couple of, we played 12.3. And I mained Cherno. And I was terrible. But I was like, dude, this is actually cool. A fighter? This is nice. I was terrible at fighters. But they had like the unique like card system of like, I could actually do good at this. And then that same day, it was one of the first meetings of the newly revamped anime club, which if a lot of people were in high school at the time, you realize like if you had an anime club, 9 times out of 10, if you can't get a sponsor from a teacher, you're going to be lumped in with the games, card games group, the video games group. So we all got lumped together. So I was just like, well, I'm going to play this on the projector during anime club, whatever. I'm going to play it. And then my buddy copied it. Copied a bunch of them over, and he's like, "Hey, dude, you want to play it?" And I'm like, "I had it on my computer now," and we were playing it for 6 straight months. We played 12.3. No joke. It was either 12.3 or we were playing Team Fortress 2. And I actually did have Touhou Fortress 2 installed, but because I had such a crap computer, for some reason, some of the textures wouldn't render right.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, some of them weren't the best, but they were fine for what it was.
Little aside, through playing Team Fortress 2, I discovered OG Gensokyo Radio before Looter, and I didn't realize it until I rediscovered Gensokyo Radio and got brought onto the show that I realized, oh crap, I was connecting to Gensokyo Radio back in the day, and it just wasn't what I remember it being, because it was just so niche at the time, and I only played it through TF2, so I had no idea what was going on.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy how that happens. All right, Nano, you want to take a swing at this?
A swing.
Yeah.
Swing, batter, swing. It would be like 10 years ago. 2010? 2010? That sounds... 2009.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of... I mean, I think it was just... There was a rabbit hole of YouTube videos and music that led somewhere to eventually the Steam group on Steam. That's still around, I think. And from there, it was introduction to Touhou Fortress 2, and I helped run their server. And
don't tell me we all had some association with Touhou Fortress 2. That'd be kind of bizarre, actually.
I mean, like anybody at the time, and like this is what I always thought. Anybody at the time that was playing Team Fortress 2, it was like even moderately a Touhou fan, downloaded Touhou Fortress 2.
Dang.
I mean, the mod had some issues because it was a very performance-heavy mod because it was not optimized with a lot of its polygons, but it was novel at the time. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of else like that. I mean, that's a hallmark. I played a bit of 7.5 and the 12.3, which is the expansion to 10.5 of the fighting games. But yeah, that was 2009, 2010. I think were the... Yeah, let's think 10 years ago.
That was kind of the heyday. Yeah. You still around, Zara, or did you fall into the oven?
They're cooking.
I have fallen into the void. I'm cooking. I got hungry.
Holding a knife.
What's up?
Okay. What got you into Touhou?
I gotta put this phone on cutting, but I can still talk. I promise.
All right.
Okay. So I believe it was 2009 as well. I was in the 9th. We were very good at finishing early, and then just because at this point the teachers, the boomer teachers, understood like computers were going to be. My school they did, but they didn't really technical specifics. So just like DMJ, flash drive technology was starting to kind of come along at this stage. So just like DMJ, we could just sneak things onto the computers without anyone really knowing.
Right. Okay. Cool.
And the first game we played actually was Touhou 6.
Okay. A little earlier.
We actually got to the point where we actually got to the 1cc the thing on Lunatic. We just played constant. That's all it really is practice.
Yeah.
We then moved on to 7.5. I'm not a big fighting person, so that was my extent of it. Most transitioned to 12.5 as well.
Okay.
But my sort of first encounter is while I was studying. I started looking at...
Don't worry, guys. It's not just you. Like, Zara's kind of here and then not here as he's doing other things.
Okay, I'll stop cutting.
Okay.
But we. I was just looking for music, beats to chill / study / relax to. You know.
Before that was the thing.
Yeah, before that was it. That's when I ran into Touhou Jazz. I got into Touhou music through the jazz cycle. I played bass guitar. Jazz was my thing. Then I just sort of started expanding the my Touhou library, and eventually Lunar found me. Just like hook. Whoop.
Yep. We ran into Zara in Boston, and then the rest is history. Cool. All right, that was a long one. Let's move on to the next one. We've got something from Irashi. So this is again for all of us. Okay, well, stupid question. What are all your guys' best Touhou character? Best character. How do you define best character? What is my best character? Like, do I have to have played the games to...
It's the amount of colors present on the character.
Oh, well, then it's Alice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we all agreed.
Yeah, it just happens.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, 3 out of the 4 of us already agrees that Alice is the best character, so no, it's not that one.
Okay. I don't know if that really answered the question, but we're gonna just leave it at there. Mr. Greens is asking me, hey, how are you doing? What's your favorite live episode? So here's the thing. Back when I worked at my desk job, I listened to music a lot. I listened to stuff on TuneIn, just like various radio stations on TuneIn. It's a mobile app for your mobile device. And then, of course, I also listened to Gensokyo Radio a lot, too. And I listened to our past episodes quite a bit. So, what was my favorite live episode? There are multiple ways of looking at that. Is like, you know, what do I think is like one of the best episodes that we've done, or what's one of the most interesting ones? I think the most interesting one that we did that mimicked the way that I normally do live shows is the one that we did in Boston, the live show in Boston with DMJ and Nano in person, because I was running the same mixer I'm running right now with 3 microphones, and so we were able to talk to some of the folks that are regular listeners and talk to the, you know, someone that we had talked to, what was it, 40 episodes prior to that, PTR whatever, the person who sets up all the Touhou computers and games for the arcade setup over there. That one was really fun. It was challenging. It cost me more to, like, in baggage fees to get all the equipment over there, but it was totally worth it because it was super fun. It's kind of the reason why we're, you know, relatively okay spending, you know, dropping at least a couple $100 on just getting to Boston to go join up with those folks, because it's a good experience, and you know, I'll get together and stuff. And honestly, I'm looking forward to doing that again, because obvious reasons we haven't been able to do that for a while. So
I feel special now. I definitely enjoy our like in-person live shows. The one that we did in the little like apartment room in like
in Tokyo,
in northwestern Tokyo.
Yep,
that was the fun one. Itabashi is really lit.
Itabashi, yep. Yeah, that one was also fun. Except the thing that was different with that is I was running the Blue Yeti microphone, so we just had the one microphone hooked up via USB. It was a very minimal equipment setup, and we did that, well, for the same reason that, you know, we tried to avoid for Boston, is because more weight, more bulk, costs more to ship, and so we wanted to avoid that as much as we could. But we struck a really good balance doing it the way we did, I think. So
I don't know if anyone's like watching the YouTube stream.
We have like 20-ish, and then everyone else is on the station right now.
But I am making dinner right now. If anyone wants a 101 beginner class on how to make actual, just keep.
Actual what? I'm sorry.
Actual ramen. This is a pretty cheap shoyu ramen.
Okay.
I would have to say my favorite episode is the one where you guys Sean kept trying to get me to harass the poor Jimmy John's guy.
Yeah, that one was good.
I think that was just absolutely wonderful. That was probably like, yep, this is where I need to go. Just let's get the Jimmy John's guy involved with our show. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah, that was good too. There are a number of other shows, like basically most of the shows we've done with guests, like the one that we did with Rashadi B was super interesting because we talked to a 250,000 subscriber YouTuber at the time. I think he's closer to 500,000 these days or something. But,
yeah.
Just talking to like someone who makes music, a musician. And yes, like we've talked to Komeiji Records and Higan Daybreak and such, and they're fine too, and they do regular instruments, but it's another thing to like, I guess, be able to look at or even just talk to someone who's not necessarily just associated with this type of music, with Touhou fan arrangements of music. But he does tons of other things, and that was a cool opportunity. And that was basically, that show happened because DMJ made it happen. So
Yep.
So that was awesome. That's another one that I like. All right, moving on to question 5 here. By the way, again, this is the AMA, the document for it. The link is available in Discord as well as in the video description on YouTube, because we are simulcasting this once again. Discord.gg/gr if you are not already with us. Yeah, we're partnered on Discord, and there's an interesting story about that. If I get to it, we've got a lot to go through with this AMA, so let's keep going here. All right, so this next one is from Comb. This is for anyone or everyone. How was your day? Well, when I was starting out preparing for this show, as my fitness tracker told me during the show, it's a little bit stressful. But then again, that's how most of these shows go. So, how's your day, DMJ? How you doing?
Good. I'm a little tired. I've been up for a while. I played some Star Citizen already, and I'm probably going to play Minecraft later, which, by the way, don't sleep on that game. Go install the new NVIDIA PBR texture packs, which is the RTX texture packs for Minecraft. It becomes a completely different game as soon as you install it. Like, gameplay doesn't change, but the visuals are like, that's now what I play Minecraft for. And I'm gonna give a little warning here. If you download them and you turn on RTX, normally in Minecraft I can get about maybe 1500 frames, no problem.
Okay.
37.
100 or just 37?
Just 37
Just
when you turn
37.
RTX on.
Yeah.
It is worth it though, in my opinion. Like, you play it, it's just like, whew, this looks good.
How's your day, Nano?
It's still going. I've been up since 6.
Yeah.
I got off work. Now I'm here.
Yeah. That's how it goes. It's like every Saturday when we do these live shows.
And I will probably eat food after this. So.
Yeah. And Zara, how's the food turning out?
I am making food right now. It's going. I struggling to do some of these things one-handed, but
It's going.
We're making it happen.
We're making it happen.
We're making it happen, bro.
Yeah.
My goal right now is to try and get a bowl finished before this show ends.
Ooh. All right. Well, good luck with that. We'll
I have a
Yeah, we're
feeling
working
like,
on it. We're working on it.
keep track.
Anyone
I
who's on
feel like
YouTube right now,
Zara's
you're
food-
getting a good class on how to make a good ramen.
I'm imagining, like, at the end of this though, like, Zara's just gonna reveal that he is actually how to basic, and he's just gonna throw eggs everywhere.
And here's the final product. Hey. Okay. Let's move on to the next question then. I'm glad we're all doing all right. Right, we got something from OneFi. Again, this is for anyone. If you could implement GR into any game as a radio-like function, barring legal consequences, what game would it be? Entirely nonsensical question that popped in my head, and now I can't get it out of my mind. Says OneFi. Yeah, so basic. If you could implement it, GR into any game like a radio, what would the game be? I can tell you that people have integrated GR as part of GTA, as part of Minecraft. DMJ wants to talk.
No, I'm just pointing. I wanted it Star Citizen.
Oh.
There's
Star Citizen, yeah.
pretty much everyone in the chat I know who plays War Thunder implements it into that game,
yep,
but
War Thunder.
that's easy. That's low hanging fruit.
Yep.
They give you.
It's not difficult to do. So, yeah, that's the thing. All right. And I know folks have implemented it into GTA because it shows up in one of the listener panels that I can look at as literally being some sort of content server for GTA. So it's it looks different than everything else. I'll just say that much when it happens. Next question is from Boogie Pop for DMJ.
Oh.
I feel like this is for me, but you know what? This is gonna be for you. Give it your
All
best. Give it your best shot. How is the radio funded, and how has this been working for the past 10 years? I and a bunch of my friends are new to Touhou and came across GR, and this has been bugging us. What are the future directions? Will this continue for the next 60 plus years? P.S. You guys are awesome. Thanks for Gensokyo Radio. So, DMJ, you are the honorary station manager. How is... Answer these questions for me. Wait,
hold on. If I'm the honorary station manager, do I get the big red button?
This
Remember
is
the last
the
time she
DMJ
gave me the big
takeover.
red button?
DMJ has taken over the show again.
Okay, so the way that it's funded, it's mostly funded by you guys, which we appreciate a lot to keep the lights on. Buying our merch, Patreon, donation to the site. It helps so much to get this stuff running. It is... I don't know from Lunar's end, it's probably a lot more hair pulling than that it actually is, but it's probably the most stressful thing on earth. Just staring at the website, having to work on the website. I have no coding experience whatsoever, but Lunar is the man for all of this, and I appreciate everything he does for the site because I try to contribute when I can, and it's nice. And I recommend if anybody else out there is trying to get into this, I know I'm not the guy who probably to talk about this, but I've kind of started off something like this through the previous work before I came on.
I mean, you can say it. You did Touhou music reviews, and
yeah, I did Touhou music reviews. Just straight up, just do it.
Yeah.
Like, I recommend that for everybody. Like, I know that's the Shia LaBeouf me, do it.
But it's actually true. Like the only way that anything gets done is to just do it.
Like, don't
absolutely.
Like, in your head, do not ever think of like, what will everybody think about this? It's just like, what do you think about this? Just
like, absolutely. My sort of experience might be less valid, but it's the same. Like, by the time Lunar found me, I already had this massive Touhou library, but it's like a long journey, and it begins with a single step. Just start it.
Yeah.
Just do it. Whether it's learning coding, if you already have the knowledge, just building the site. Just do it. Just build the backend. Yeah, it might take time, but it will eventually happen.
Yeah. Yeah. I just want to mention that like the player for the new Gensokyo Radio website theme GR8, that player, the prototype for it began like November of 2019 or something. So like I was already throwing around different ideas for how to get it to just look pretty. I wanted a really cool, a really good looking full screen experience for the website, and it didn't. I mean, like, that was eventually brought in like once I figured out what framework I was going to use and other technical stuff that most people aren't going to care about, but that, it's just little steps, and eventually you put it all together and there you go. Like, yeah. So yeah, DMJ is right. The store helps for sure. That's the reason why we have t-shirts, especially with this past year when we had to turn to advertising a little bit on the radio station. We no longer do, because it turns out that the ad company that we were going through has issues paying their publishers on time. So like, we're still waiting for, let's see, we ran ads between April and December of 2020, and we've been paid for 2 months. So we are still waiting on June, July, August, September, October, November, and December. That is over half a year's worth of ad revenue that we have not yet been paid. So that's why we don't run ads anymore, and we're focused a little bit more on the t-shirt thing, because that's actually what helps, is ultimately you guys. So, and then DMJ also touched on it, but we do have a Patreon through 3x7. That's patreon.com/3x7. There are some perks over there that you can get some behind the scenes stuff. You get updates that aren't visible to everyone else, stuff like that. We don't tout it too much, but it is definitely still up there. We still publish updates and everything to it, so if you're interested, go check that out, and that helps as well. All right, so I'm gonna move on. We'll do maybe a couple more here. We are gonna go 10 minutes past the top of the hour just because we started 10 minutes late, so we still have about 15-ish or so. Sour Lemon. Is that supposed to be limon, or did you misspell your name on the website? I kind of wonder about that. Sour
It's
Lemon.
Spanish.
Okay.
Lemon.
Yeah, lemon. For me, when can I sleep? Like I just said, about 10 minutes past the hour. Then maybe you can start thinking about sleeping. Googie2149 asks, DMJ, you mentioned Star Citizen, but have you been keeping up with Elite Dangerous Odyssey?
I have been keeping up with Elite Dangerous Odyssey, and I am looking forward to it. I'm keeping a close eye on it. I've heard a lot of good things about it, but at the same time, I'm also a little hesitant to jump back in, mostly because I feel like the implementation of their first person might not be the best in its initial go, and I want to see what the difference is, because I remember when they put in rovers, things were very limited on what you can do on a planet, and that's why I never really did anything on a rover on a planet. I basically just sat in an asteroid belt and shot people all day. But I'm interested to see what they'll do with Odyssey. I am though watching a lot of Star Citizen though, and the development is starting to really pick up. Server meshing is coming at the end of the year. They already got a couple new new update coming out the end of the month with I think there's even going to be a free fly with I think it's Fleet Week, so I'm excited for that. But yeah, I'm also keeping up with Elite Dangerous. I'm just not like, I think they're really milking the Thargoid angle for a while, and I'm waiting to see what they're going to change, because come on, I mean, there's been a war brewing between the Empire and who's the other one? The ones that's got the I can't remember the other group, but it's the Federation or whatever. They were supposed to go to war for like the longest time. They've been building up, and it just never come. So
I just want to take this moment to point out that Zara is now cooking with an extension cable.
That's been there for a while. I don't know if you haven't noticed, but it's been there for a while. And I'm interested to see how many times it gets in the soup. So let's figure this one out.
We got it.
That's been there since the start of the show. I'm using some pretty high quality headphones in order to help keep the quality okay, because phone, I love not having internet.
Okay.
You make do with what you got.
Yep, absolutely. I know that from when we moved out here and we didn't have WAN internet for like the first several months. Alrighty, HTF Cherno is asking me, what inspired you to use Cat Planet Cat as your profile picture? I remember before you had a rainbow dancing character, then you changed to something else, then you became Cat Planet. I love Cat Planet. So I like the retro looking nature of the Cat Planet avatar. It's just a bouncing, rotating, very pixel art cat, and it bounces and it changes colors. What is there not to like? I don't understand the question. All right. Gondola Wish is asking me for the whole radio and staff in general, and if it's okay to talk about it, how hard financially was it to get the whole thing up and running, and how costly is it to maintain the radio now? Is it a big deal? Okay, so this one actually has
That is a lunar question.
It has my name marked this time around, so you got off easy this time, DMJ. So when we started, it was one or two people, that was not myself included, because I didn't start the station. I just started working on it after the fact. They supported it out of their own pockets. I think they had, pretty decent no, they worked in IT, so like they could do that. And my understanding was that the financial investment was relatively low per month. Fast forward literally 10 years, and we run a server in a data center in Canada. It is still very modest, considering what it does. It was, I think, the challenge with figuring out what server to get was that we needed a server that allowed us to stream a lot. Like, we needed to not hit bandwidth caps, and I think these days we still hit like around 2.5 terabytes of bandwidth used every month for the radio station. So financially, like, we've always said from the start that if it wasn't supported by listeners, we would continue to pay for it out of our own pockets. And for last year, in that sort of gap period when we weren't getting paid for advertisements that we were running, that's pretty much what we did up until the point when we came up with a couple new shirt designs. Yes, I'm going to mention this. And that, again, really helped out. So if it's not through merch or through 3x7, then it's through our own pockets, really. It's how it is. And then how costly is it to maintain the radio now? I try not to throw out like exact numbers, but considering server rental, domain name renewals every year or every however many years I set it up to be, I'll say it's less than 1,000 per year, so it's still pretty maintainable. Yeah, so that's that. I have told some people like more specific numbers, and I always get this reaction, like they're impressed at how modest, like how low we can keep the number. And that's kind of out of necessity, but so there's an element of efficiency to it. I'll just say that much. All right. We're on 12 of 17. We've actually increased by a couple questions. We'll keep rolling through these just because I want to get through all of them and answer your questions. I think at this point we aren't going to accept any new questions, so I'll turn that off. But thanks to everyone who submitted your questions for this show. So 12 of 17. Shio Show is for Lunar here. Take. It's just the kanji for bamboo, basically. One moment.
Do you have bamboo, Lunar?
One moment. Thank goodness I have this set up. I just have it muted.
And bamboo shoots would be a lovely addition.
You guys have to hear this though.
Uh-oh.
There.
Thank you.
Yep. That's your answer.
Alright, if anyone's watching the stream right now on YouTube, this is for all you Italians out there.
Yes.
All right.
Salt your water.
Mm-hmm.
Cheese goes on top of pista and on top of pasta.
Yeah.
I have 9 more minutes.
We got this. Yeah. You got 9 more minutes of what?
Before we hit the 10 minutes after the hour. Otherwise,
well,
we'd be lying about what the other
No,
answers.
Look, that's
Until Nano blows up.
Look. If they want to sleep after that, that's on them. If they want to stick around, great. I'm not going to complain.
We have 8 minutes now to answer
I
the rest
gave
of
you
the
my
questions.
estimate. Let's keep going. Flat asks me, do enthusiasts get a free commemorative pin? So as long as you are supporting above whatever tier it is, I forget the name, yes, they will all, it is considered a new product, and all of those folks on Patreon will get a free pin. That has been subtracted from the 100 pins that we're getting. So like, and also like, I'm giving the staff pins because I think that's the right thing to do. So yeah, so like in reality, when I increased the stock of the pins earlier during this show, I put in about 85 pins just to keep some of them aside for folks. So, but that said, I think we still have pins available. So if you want to grab one of those, it is again limited supply of pins. They are die-cast metal pins, and they'll be available for shipping about mid-April. So we have about, 3-ish weeks to go? Something like that. Cool. So that is that. Number 14 here from John Doe. This is asking, no idea for who it is. Is there plans for an API for people that want to make desktop application? And is the forum down or something it's loading for me? With who need to contact for permission to use the logo or assets of GR in my application if I want to make it public? Okay, so I read that verbatim, but I get what they're asking. So there is an API that folks have used or been using to display information. So we have, it's like, for example, you can do exclaim playing in our Discord server, and that will tell you what the currently playing song is. If you are developing an application, there is an API at, I think it's /API/station/playing, and that will give you the JSON string for what is currently playing on the station. Technical thing, but that's what they're asking. And as far as the forum goes, I'm gonna check that right now, and the forums look fine. So that's that. And then as far as using the logo or assets, you need permission. We actually cannot, as far as I'm aware, from a legal standpoint, give people explicit permission to use the Gensokyo Radio Tori logo, the circular one that you see on our website. So we have the ability to do, I guess I can't really get that specific, but we can use it, and we can use it in certain ways. But as far as like subletting it, we basically don't want people to do that. So like, for example, there was a fan out there that created a fan application related to your question. I think it's called Lunatic Player. And they initially used our logo, but then we were like, well, maybe you shouldn't do that. And so they made their own thing, and that's fine. So yeah, if you're just like shouting out GR, saying, this is where I listen to my music or whatever, then that's a little different. But like, if you're making your own application, then please don't use our logo. Right. So number 15 here, Border of Life. This is for DMJ. He's a popular guy.
Yep.
How did you get the 10 Desires CD?
Okay, so the 10 Desires CD, that was actually, let me get Marissa off the top of my head there for a minute. So the 10 Desires CD is actually a gift from my girlfriend that she was able to find. I can't remember the website off the top of my head. It might have been Yahoo JP on an auction. I can't remember. I'm trying to remember.
You should you should look at what was posted in general.
Yeah, it was Yahoo JP. I just got confirmation that it was Yahoo JP.
Cool.
Yeah. So you just let that happen.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Yahoo JP, and that's where we got it. We actually look at it very often to see, because I'm looking for a couple like very hard to get albums for very cheap, and I'm hoping to find one like, of course, Seated with Liquor by Foreground Eclipse. I have to find that album with at a decent price.
I thought you already had that one.
I don't.
Oh.
I used to have it.
How did you used to have
and then I borrowed it. I let a buddy of mine borrow it, and then they disappeared off the face of the earth.
Well,
so,
what the heck?
Yeah.
Here's the part where Lunar's gonna give me crap again for not picking it up off of Akihaboo. Was it the anime store?
No, I'm not gonna give you crap for it because I already asked someone else to pick it up from that store, and so I have it.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good,
it's
good.
such a good. It's a good.
Okay, no one heard anything.
It's
Okay.
just the thing was I had to obviously pay a little extra for shipping and stuff. Otherwise I could have picked it up myself, and Zara should have pointed it out to me. There's my complaint. Okay, so
I'm almost done here.
yeah, all right. Oh, you have a little bit more time to wrap that up. Zara might have food by the end of this. All right, Border Life once again asks everyone, what were the troubles you went through for the radio? That's a pretty general question. Troubles. Why does the radio?
What kind of troubles are we talking?
Why does the
Are we
radio station have
talking
to be like troublesome? First of all, why can't it just be like, you know?
When I was on night shift, I had to wake up in the middle of my sleep schedule to join live meetings. That was troublesome.
That's.
I was thinking when I heard troubles, the troubles we went through, and I was just thinking in my head like 1970s Ireland. I was just like,
The
"We
Irish
never
are coming
been
back.
like that. We've never been through any kind of troubles like that. No.
Not really.
And then I realized you meant actually like, oh, what were the difficulties?
And tribulations. I will mention, someone pointed out something with the API a little bit earlier. API has some quirks I've had to work around when they made their GR player. Just like disclosure, I guess, like the API is not versioned, so consider it a beta. And I already know of one instance where someone was relying on the API's URL always being HTTP : / but now everything's HTTPS. And I guess for whatever reason, even though like it was HTTPS for a while, it still converted and worked fine. But it's hard-coded and they no longer have the source code, so that application just no longer works for that purpose, which is a shame. But you know, please consider this just a beta API kind of thing. It's not really, if you want to use it for whatever, great, but there, you know, it's what is the blurb in the, you know, it's we don't guarantee this for any specific purpose. It's as is, blah blah blah. That's basically what that is. Yeah.
Every time I hear somebody say HTTPS, it reminds me of that programming meme where it's like it shows somebody on Reddit. It's like, ask Reddit, tell me something that would just scream insecure, and then somebody below wrote HTTP : / and I was just like, yep, I get it.
Yep, absolutely right. All right, and the last one we have on our list is enter a user lame. This is for everyone. What's your favorite ramen flavor?
One moment.
Since I'm the one making the ramen right now, I actually have to say Gyokai Tonkotsu. Gyokai Tonkotsu, specifically Tonkotsu Skemen. I cannot make that because I do not have 8 to 12 hours with boil a massive amount of pork bone.
Yeah, it's speaking of troublesome things.
So this is all you get.
Hey.
All right.
That's cool though. There we go. Wow, you measured that out pretty well.
I'm a connoisseur of this.
All right. Look at that.
No one saw that.
We got, yeah, well, everyone saw that, unfortunately. What do you got, DMJ?
Okay. So when it comes to like bog standard ramen, like I like beef flavor. That's just what I like.
Mhm.
But when it gets to just cup, like any noodle in a cup, I have two go-tos. Shin, black. I eat that all day. And I found somebody made fried rice with this. And I'm going to try this recipe someday. The second one, this has been my new addiction.
Oh. Udon. All right.
This specific one, I don't know what it is. They put something in there that's addictive. Could be meth. I don't know.
MSG.
It's
What
usually
percentage
MSG.
of your daily intake of sodium is that?
Yeah, what does
This
it say?
specific one is 40%.
Oh my
And how many
gosh.
servings are in that?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Okay, so so let me tell you per bowl then.
Oh, no.
79%.
Oh my gosh.
Compared to my shin cup, which is definitely not as good, but 57.
So DMJ, you need to come over here with one of those little cups, and I'm gonna turn it into something that's actually edible. All right?
I just don't like. I also make my own egg drop from time to time, but like, it can be time consuming. There's just times where I'm just like, I'm just gonna throw something in a microwave and made it. Like, I have so many Thai curry things in my cabinet for work. It's ridiculous. Like, I go to work and I'm just eating these Thai curries, and they're like, "Dude, are you okay?" I'm just leave me alone. I'm eating my
That's the thing, though, is that I've more or less optimized this so that I can, like, when I'm not holding a camera with one hand at all times, I can make this within like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I haven't answered. I don't know. All the ramen that I've really liked is stuff that isn't store-bought. Like, basically, whenever I go, like, I've been to a ramen place in Southern California, and that was really good. That was called Shinsengumi, I think. And then the other place was with Zara in Southern Japan, and obviously, holy cow, they know how to make ramen, right? Like, so. But, you know, neither of those are here where I am, so I'm left to the simple ramen stuff that you can get, which is actually kind of ironic because in an economic downturn like the one we're in, if you go to look up, you know, getting ramen at, like, I don't know, one of the big box stores, Sam's Club or whatever, a lot of the ramen's actually sold out, so... Go figure.
Really?
Yep.
Like at Walmart, yes, but I go to like my local grocery store, Kroger, which is kind of a chain. Yeah, it's like I can go into the Asian section and find all of like this kind of stuff and the shin cups. But if I'm looking for like Maruchan or Top, yeah, no, I'm not finding that. But I never want to eat that stuff. I want to eat the good.
Hilariously, this little recipe I've invented started off. This little recipe that I invented started off with me just kind of like working with some of those $1 ramen packs. So you come over here, I'll make you something real. But here it is.
Yeah.
Make me something. Oh my gosh, guys!
Look at that, dude.
The one-handed ramen live stream speed run is done. Record.
Oh,
hit that clock.
That's good.
I want to see the input. I want to see the input counter.
How many times did you dip the cable into the ramen?
No. Like, have you ever seen like the meme one where they put like the input counter, the controller at the bottom, and it just shows a bunch of things going off?
Oh yeah.
Like this is the input thing.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see that for Zara trying to make ramen one-handed.
I'm not sure if anyone in the chat, anyone in the YouTube stream realized this, but there was one instance that was like fiddling with pots that the cable did tangle on one of the pots and almost stole the whole thing.
Well, good thing that didn't happen. That looks really good, Zara. Cool.
Yeah, that does look really good.
Yeah, so it is about that time. That was the last question we had. Yeah.
Hold on.
Good stuff.
So like, what do you keep posting, Nano? I saw one earlier about you protecting your vehicle from an airstrike, and now I'm seeing one with like how to protect your shopping trolley from an improvised explosive device, and now I'm intrigued.
This is exactly as advertised.
How to defend your laptop from a Centurion battle tank.
Oh wait, hold on. I want to make Zara giddy for a moment. Live on stream because I want to hear him. Zara, there might be a slim chance I might play DCS in the future. Because I've been watching a lot of DCS stuff from Operator Drewski, and I'm like, ooh, that looks like fun. And I have almost all the equipment to do it. I just don't think I have enough buttons.
See, well, I actually play with mouse and keyboard, so if you have a keyboard, you have enough buttons.
Yeah, but I'm like one of those people that want to have everything.
Yeah, you want to have everything mapped out on your hosts. I need the VR experience.
Hey, I already got a Tobii eye tracker. Leave me alone. I will use VR on it when I get it indexed. When the
it works
economy
fine
is
with
not
VR. It's
going in the
it's
tank.
yeah, like driving games and flying games are honestly like your choice for VR, right? Because you don't.
All right, that is pretty much where we're gonna wrap it up. So yeah, AMA completed, Zara food made. You know what I'm talking about. There we go. There it is again.
Food is completed. I'm gonna go dig in now. Just sat down.
Excellent. All right. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone.
To you guys, thanks for joining. DMJ, Nano, Zara. That's gonna be it. So for everyone over there, I am Lunar, and we'll talk to you. Wait a minute. Before I do that, if you're watching on YouTube, I can every time I talk, the icon bounces. Anyway, we'll see you guys later. Talk to you in the next one. Till then.
Thank you.
Bye.